All right, so we're gonna try some kimchi today. Make our own kimchi. Got some napa cabbage here. First thing we gotta do is cut this sucker in half. All right. Next thing we gotta do is cut out this little core piece right here. Get that out of there. Got one. Two. That's hard. You don't want to eat that. All right, next up, take out the little centerpiece. So this is good all by itself. Boom. Don't take out too much. Boom. Go around. Take out not that much of the white pieces. Just cut them into thirds. Try not to make as much mess as I am. Pieces. Oh, cut them in thirds. They say do it diagonally so you get more. It's not just one piece, you get a piece of the leaf and the hard center. Now we cut the greens diagonally. Cut in half. Cabbage flying. That's a big piece. There you have it. All right, so we gotta brine these cabbage now, which means soaking them in coarse salt and water. I'm just kind of layer this stuff on here. And I'll cover it with some coarse salt. Put another layer of coarse salt, and we're gonna cover all the water. All right. Today I'm gonna be using the coarse Celtic salt. That's what I got. Some on there. Layer it all up again. So soaking it in this salt water solution is supposed to brine this, or kind of like tenderize it. See how firm it is? Right now it's supposed to be able to bend without snapping when I'm all said and done. Some more salt. Oh, he didn't rinse it. Yeah, I'm not gonna rinse them right now because when it's all done brining, you gotta rinse all the salt water off of them. So they'll get a good clean then. Use about 4 cups of water. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mix this all around in there. This is a big cabbage. I'm gonna put a little bit more water in here because what you're gonna do is I'm gonna put this one on top of here, kind of press it down into there, put something heavy on top of there so that it holds the cabbage in the water so it'll be submerged and all of this stuff. I think I'm gonna put some more water though. It's barely touching it. Like that, I'll saute that. Mixed up. Yeah. Parts like that, break them up. Every little piece gets covered. So now when I press on it, I can see it being slightly submerged in that water. So I put double the water. Recipe only called for 4. Put a little bit more coarse salt on top. Just make sure. There we go. All right. Put this on there and find something heavy to put on there. Oh, I know, just the thing. Put some of these clouds of water out there. There we go. Now we let that sit for 30 minutes to an hour. Let's do its brine thing. We'll be back. Okay, so let it soak in the brine. Gonna rinse it off now real good. It become more flexible. Still got the crunch though. There we go. Absolutely. Okay, so I've rinsed it twice now. I have it here in the strainer. You want to make sure it's as dry as possible before you go to the next step so that the paste sticks to the cabbage. You don't want too much moisture on it so that it hinders the paste from sticking to the cabbage. Boiling the rice flour here. Boiling it down till it gets to a thicker consistency for the kimchi sauce. Okay, so this is that thickened up rice flour and water that I boiled down. I'm letting it cool before I mix it with everything else. Over here I got my julienne radish. I already put the fish sauce and the sea salt, use Himalayan salt. Mix that together. I had, a tablespoon of this. I had 3.5 tablespoons of this, 2 tablespoons of this. Mix it all together. Now this recipe right here calls for, once this is all mixed up, you got your 3 ingredients and the root, the radish, sit for 10 minutes so the salt can kind of mellow out the flavor of the radish, I guess. That's what the recipe calls for. Let that sit for about 10 minutes before I bring in the other ingredients. So right here I've mixed my rice flour mixture with my chili, my crushed chili. What the recipe calls for. I'm gonna mix that with that eventually. And then I got some onion and some Asian pear I'm about to puree and add to the mix. So this is the end result of my kimchi mixture and paste. With all the radish, the chives, the chili flakes, the garlic, the ginger, the palm sugar, I got pureed onions and Fuji apples. Not Fuji apples, them Asian pears. Some fish sauce, some shrimp paste. You know what I mean? Then I'm going to spread it all over this cabbage right here. Little by little, making sure it mixes well. I'm supposed to store it in an airtight container for 24 hours at room temperature, then in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days. And there you have it, folks. My first batch of kimchi. Looks right. So you gotta put it in an airtight container. I'm gonna use vacuum sealed bags, but I'm not gonna suck all the air out of it because you have to leave space for the fermentation to float around. Or you can use a glass jar or a plastic jar. Don't fill it up all the way. That's what they say. Let it sit at room temperature for about 24 hours. Put it in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. We'll see how I do. Okay, and there you have it, folks. 3 decent sized bags of homemade kimchi. Let's see what it do. Gotta sit out for 24 hours at room temperature. Then I'll put it in the fridge for 3 or 4 days, and then I'll pop it open. It's supposed to be able to stay good and fresh for months. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned next time.